In this video, we're gonna dive into support and resistance levels. There are countless of ways how you can trade support and resistance levels, but we're gonna automate them fully in Profectus AI, so you never miss a level and you can capitalize on these trends and moves. What we're gonna build is find support and resistance and trade the levels. We're gonna look for a trading plan and we take buy trades if we have an uptrend. So step one is we are looking for an uptrend, right? The markets are moving up. So we have swing highs, we have swing lows, and we are just going in the upward direction. How you can also define an uptrend is by just plotting the daily moving average. Let's say it is right here, the daily 20 moving average. If we are above the daily moving average, normally we are in an uptrend. So we're just gonna use that as a simple definition. Step one is price is in an uptrend because we're above the 20 moving average. If you look at the charts and you see an uptrend, then we go to step two. And step two is price forms a swing low support level. Imagine price is moving up and up and up, then we are printing those higher lows, right? We are printing those higher lows, and those are support levels. If price comes back to it, we expect that the trend continues to the upside, but finds support at those levels. So those levels are really the secret of this strategy. If we find a swing low, we draw a support level, and then step three is we're gonna place a buy limit order placed at this support level. Okay, we're gonna place it there. You can also make the algorithm a little bit more complex, more advanced, and then we wait until the support is hit and rejected, maybe with a candlestick pattern or maybe a fair value gap, rejection and impulse, whatever you want to do. But right now we keep it simple. We're gonna place an order at the support level because then we build the foundation, right? Then you can build on top of it later on. But first I want you to get this strategy. Then step four is cancel the buy limit if price breaks below the daily 20. So let's imagine that we have this uptrend here, and if price just tanks lower and it breaks the daily 20 moving average, we are not anymore in an uptrend. And if we are not in an uptrend, we don't want to buy, obviously. So we have a rule in our trading plan that if price hits support, but the support level is below the daily 20, then it is not really support anymore. We don't want to trade and take that position. We are scared that support will fail and that the trend will change. After we take a trade, we have trade management. And the trade management is rather simple. It's just a template we have in Profectus. You can just click and use it instantly. You don't really have to rebuild it. And it is the trail, the stop loss to 1R when we float 2R in profits. Let's say you buy support now, you're floating 2% in profits, and then you trail your stop loss above your entry level to lock in 1R. That's it. Now let's talk about sells, because normally we only build one side. For this system we're gonna make it a little bit of a deeper lesson, a little bit of a longer lesson, and it will be also covering sells, that you understand, okay, what am I looking at for buys and how can I then build the sell level or the sell side of the strategy. First of all, price is in a downtrend, so now we are looking for price that is falling, okay? Price is falling and it's below the daily 20. Okay, then we have price forms a swing high. Well, these are all swing highs, right? So we form that, and then step three is a sell limit order is placed. So right here, right there, we place a sell limit. Okay, if price comes back, then it rolls over. Hope it's still clear. And then the same rule applies, but as with buys, obviously, that if we break above the daily 20, we are not anymore in a bearish trend, we are becoming a bullish trend. We don't want to take any trades. So we cancel the sell limit if price breaks above the daily 20. Management is exactly the same. Buys and sells are managed the same way because we just look at floating profits, and that's it. So now we're gonna dive into Profectus AI. We're gonna build this strategy step by step, like every video. What you can see here is we have a clean bullish trend, correct? And we have a buy limit placed with a stop loss. And if we zoom in a little bit, we can see that this buy limit is placed on the support level that we want to find because we have a bullish trend. Like I explained before, I drew it out for you. We are looking for an uptrend. And then if there is a swing low, like this pullback here prints this swing low. If that swing low is printed, we want to place a buy limit order there. And when price reaches it, we want to go long. Regarding stop loss and target, doesn't really matter. You can adjust that in your settings. You can run whatever backtest you want and change the stop loss and target, but this is like the foundation. And how we build this is by defining that bullish trend. We are above the 20 moving average, and when we print that swing low, we're gonna place a buy limit. I've built for this example the buy side and the sell side, just to make it a little bit of a bigger lesson, so you can learn everything you need to know to build a strategy like this. If we go to Profectus, you can see here we have to the left side we have a lot of trees, and then to the right side we have a lot of things happening. We're gonna focus on find resistance or find support. So for this example, what I want to do is to just zoom out a little bit, drag it to the left, and focus on finding support. What we do is run a time. So at 1 we are activating the tree, and then we're gonna look for our trading conditions. First thing we want to find is a candle low is below 3. The candle low of 3 is below 5. What does that mean? And why do we really find that? So what it means is we are checking if 3 candles ago, that low of the candle, that wick of the candle is lower than 5 candles ago, that candle 5 wick. If we go here, we can see the example here with this pullback. This red candle here is the pullback. And let's say price didn't happen, like stopped here. Then this candle is candle 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. If we know that this red candle is candle 3, then this low right here, this horizontal, imagine a horizontal line here, that low needs to be lower than the low to the right, the low to the right, and then the low to the left, and again to the left. So we are comparing 5 candles. That is called a fractal, and a fractal is an indicator from Williams fractal, and that is just defining perfectly what is a swing high, what is a swing low. And that is what we use for this algorithm. So we're gonna check if the candle 3, this one, has a low, and that low is lower than everything to the left side and the right side based on the 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right. That is how we define a swing high or a swing low. If we go back now, then now we know that we want to compare like that middle candle, that candle 3, with the candle low of 5, and see if candle low of 3 is less than 5. So it's the lowest low. Then now you know, okay, the next block we're gonna check then is if the candle 3 is also lower than candle 4, and candle 3 is also lower than candle 2, and also lower than candle 1. Because now, if that all happens in the same sequence, then we find a swing low. If you just take a random example, let's say take this swing high right here. This wick of this green candle, this wick is higher than this wick, and higher than this wick, and higher than this wick, and higher than this wick. So this would be a fractal. This is a swing high. This is also a swing high. This also. You know, you as a human being, you can quickly spot it, but to really define what you're actually spotting is that, okay? So that's how we define support and resistance levels, or fractals, or swing highs, swing lows, however you want to call it. We spot it by finding that pattern. When that pattern happens, we know we found a swing low in this case, or swing high. After we found that, what we're gonna check is the candle close of 3 above the moving average of a certain EMA period. That's an input, so we can adjust it in our settings, but it's just 20. So is the candle close of 3 above the moving average 20 is what we are checking here. That is this block. If that is true, we move to the next things. Let us check the candle close of 3, that is this red candle. It's a bearish candle, so the close is here at the bottom. That is exactly on the price level 1.38259. And the moving average is here. So yes, the close is above. Even though it's a bearish candle, the close is above the daily 20. So we are still in this bullish trend. That's why we check that. From there, we want to check, okay, is candle 3 a bearish candle? So the close 3 is below the open, which is in this case is true. Yes, it is a bearish candle. If that is true, we want to take the close price and create a support variable. So we store a variable. If you, by the way, don't know what a variable is, go here and find the docs and you can docs.profectus.ai. You will go there, that's our help center, or ask your questions. But most of the things you can find if you click on search for help. We have so many articles if you don't really truly understand how variables work. But we are storing the candle close level. Again, that would be exactly where this buy limit is placed, and therefore we store that information. And yeah, then we have the support. Then we select trades, the buys in this case, and then we delete the buys. If we had some trades before, we want to delete them. We also have right here, if it is a bull candle. If it is a bullish candle, the candle close of 3 closed above the open, then we have a bullish candle. Then we want to store the candle open. Imagine that this was a bullish candle, then the lowest price and the best price would be at the bottom, and it would be the open of the candle. Right now it's bearish, so the close is the lowest, but for a bull candle, the open is down here, you know? That's why we filter. And then select trades. We are gonna select the buys and then delete the old orders. That's all we want to do. Right now, we have calculated the support level. So we know where to place the buy limit. We don't place it yet, we do that later, but we found a swing and then we calculated where to place the order and we save that as support. So support is just the level where we want to place the buy pending. And then on the other side, we have the highs. For swing highs, it's of course candle high, 3 is higher than 5, 3 is higher than 4, 3 is higher than 2, and 3 is higher than 1. If that's all happening in one sequence, then we know we have a swing high. Then we want to store the highest price, and there we want to sell. That's the first part of this algorithm. What's next? We run 1 minute later. So we use simply run at time. So at 1 at night, after market opened, after spread hour, we now have 1:01. So a minute later, we're gonna check. Let's do the buy side to stay on track. We have candle close 1 is above the moving average. Then we have a support level. So the support level is not 0. We already stored and found support, and that happened here. Right here we stored support, and that's the candle open or the close depending on that candle. Then we delete the drawings and we draw support on the chart. So we first delete drawings to, if we have drawings from yesterday, we want to delete them and draw them again, but then on a new level. Then we're gonna count if we have trades. We're gonna place a buy pending where on the custom price value support, exactly on that support level. Therefore, it was so important to find that level, okay? Now we place it exactly at that support. You can change your stop loss and your target here. We already made an input for you, so you can adjust here your settings. Then modify variable. We delete the support level. We placed our order, we don't need it anymore. We just delete it, reset it back to 0. So now support becomes 0 again, okay? And here you see if support is not equal to 0, we can move on. Otherwise, no. So now that's like protection that we don't trade anymore. And that's about it. Then we have the sell side is just the opposite. And next up, run at time, 1:01. We select our trades. If we break the candle close of 1 is closing below the moving average, we want to delete our orders because price is breaking the bullish trend. And the same thing is true for here, select trades. We're gonna check the candle close of 1 is above the moving average. Then we want to select the sells and delete them. Okay, so we want to, if we have a daily close through an EMA, we really want to just stop it. You know, we want to delete our orders. If you see this example, the order is below the EMA, but do we have a close? If we have a close through it, then we delete it. If we just wick it, we don't. So let's see how this plays out. So look, we just wicked it. We didn't have a close, so the order was still there. We triggered the order and we hit target. Lastly, select all trades, check profit. We check if we are floating X amount of profit. Again, it is an input, so in setting, it's meaning 2%. So if we float 2% in profit once per trade, I want to lock in my profit. I want to lock in -100 is the setting, I think. Yeah. -100, and that means our stop loss mirrored to positive is -100, so 1R. And that is how you build this system. That is step by step how you find a fractal, and then when the fractal is there, We're gonna place an order there and trade it. You can make a lot of variations of this system, but this is step by step how you build it in Profectus. You can download it, play around with it, and let me know your findings. If you have questions, comment below.